PM Modi in Maldives live. PM meets Maldivian Vice President Latheef. Ex-President Nasheed. Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Maldives today. Live updates. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to participate in the Independence Day celebrations of the Maldives today as the chief guest. He is on a two-day trip to the island nation at the invitation of President Mohamed Muizz. The Prime Minister arrived in the Maldives immediately after his landmark visit to the United Kingdom, where India signed a free trade agreement. After arriving in the island nation, PM Modi held a bilateral meeting with Muizz and discussed a range of topics, including trade and defense. On his second day in the country, he will have a jam-packed schedule, starting with a meeting with Maldivian dignitaries, interaction with the Indian community, and participation in Independence Day celebrations of the Maldives. Follow live updates here. Tariq Ibrahim, Minister of Tourism and Environment of the Maldives, said, PM Modi's visit to the Maldives is very timely. He's here as a special guest on the Maldives Independence Day today. It underscores the deep and valued partnership between India and the Maldives. I'm sure his visit highlights the importance of the Indian tourist market to the Maldives, which is currently at 6 of the tourist arrivals as of July 2025 and shows 5 arrival growth this year. Prime Minister Modi's visit is very special for us. It is a pleasure to have PM Modi invited as guest of honor at the Independence Day celebrations here. This is the first head of state who is visiting Maldives under the presidency of Mohamed Muizz as a state guest. So, this is very important. This is a significant milestone that both countries have achieved on the 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations between them, Balasubramanian told CNN News 18. Indian High Commissioner to Maldives, G. Balasubramanian, told CNN News 18 on Saturday that India has always been there for Maldives as a first responder. PM Modi on Saturday met the leaders of different political parties of Maldives. Had a meaningful meeting with members of different political parties of the Maldives. The participation of leaders across the political spectrum underscores the bipartisan support for the strong and time-tested India-Maldives friendship. Our shared values continue to guide this important partnership, he tweeted. Had a meaningful meeting with members of different political parties of the Maldives. The participation of leaders across the political spectrum underscores the bipartisan support for the strong and time-tested India-Maldives friendship. Our shared values continue to guide this pic. Twitter.com 3HTQGRUQJ Narendra Modi July 26, 2025. Maldives former Defense Minister, Maria Ahmed Didi, described PM Modi's trip to Maldives as a momentous one. Since the Muizz government came to power in Maldives, we have not seen much contact between the two neighbors. We always had an India first policy. Not only because India is the largest neighbor, but it is for the mutual interest of both our countries to keep the relationship as we have had it historically alive, Didi said. Maldives former Defense Minister, Maria Ahmed Didi, said that Maldives must have an India first policy. PM Modi on Saturday met former President of Maldives, Mohamed Nasheed, and hailed him as a strong advocate of deeper India-Maldives friendship. Spoke about how the Maldives will always be a valued pillar of our neighborhood first policy and Mahasagar vision. India will keep supporting Maldives through capacity building and developmental cooperation, PM Modi tweeted. Met the former president of Maldives, Mr. Mohamed Nasheed. He has always been a strong advocate of deeper India-Maldives friendship. Spoke about how the Maldives will always be a valued pillar of our neighborhood first policy and Mahasagar vision. India will keep supporting pic.twitter.com 4N33P4QN9L Narendra Modi July 26, 2025. PM Modi met Speaker of the People's Majlis, Abdul Rahim Abdullah, on Saturday, and discussed friendship between the two countries. Met Mr. Abdul Rahim Abdullah, Speaker of the People's Majlis. Talked about the deep-rooted India-Maldives friendship, including the close relationship between our respective parliaments. The formation of the India-Maldives Parliamentary Friendship Group in the 20th Majlis is a welcome step for bilateral ties. India remains committed to supporting capacity building in the Maldives, PM Modi tweeted. Met Mr. Abdul Rahim Abdullah, Speaker of the People's Majlis. Talked about the deep-rooted India-Maldives friendship, including the close relationship between our respective parliaments. The formation of the India-Maldives Parliamentary Friendship Group in the 20th Majlis is a pic.twitter.com pel70h0vx Narendra Modi July 26, 2025 9 p.m. Modi was accorded a ceremonial welcome and a guard of honor at the Republic Square in Male on Friday. President Muizu accompanied PM Modi at the venue. India was among the first nations to recognize the Maldivian independence in 1965 and establish diplomatic ties. PM Modi has visited the country at the invitation of President Muizu. PM Modi met Vice President of Maldives Latheef on Saturday. Had a very good meeting with Vice President Hussein Mohammed Latheef. Our discussion touched upon key pillars of the India-Maldives friendship. Our nations continue to work closely in sectors like infrastructure, technology, climate change, energy, and more. This is greatly pic.twitter.com QR60E7WLJ2 Narendra Modi July 26, 2025 9 p.m. Modi on Saturday met the Maldivian dignitaries as his second day got underway. He will participate in the Independence Day celebrations later today. 9 p.m. Modi on Friday said that India and the Maldives will work towards finalizing a bilateral investment agreement, and talks on free trade investment have also started. PM Modi on Friday emphasized on the economic and maritime partnership between India and Maldives and said that several developmental projects were discussed when President Muizu visited India in October last year. Inauguration of several projects has become possible. 4,000 social housing units, built with India's cooperation, will become a new beginning for several families in the Maldives. These will be their new houses. Greater Mala Copyright Connectivity Project, a road development project and redevelopment of Hanamatu International Airport. This entire area will emerge as an important transit and economic center. Soon, with the beginning of the ferry system, commuting between different islands will be smoother. After that, the distance between islands will be measured in terms of just ferry time, and not GPS, he said. PM Modi on Friday also assured Maldives that India will always support the island nation to strengthen its defense capabilities, and said that cooperation in the field of defense and security is a testament to mutual trust. PM Modi on Friday announced to extend a $565 million line of credit to the Maldives. To give a new flight to our development partnership, we have decided to provide a line of credit of $565 million, which is approximately 5,000 crore rupees, for the Maldives. This will be used for projects related to the development of infrastructure here, in line with the priorities of the people of the Maldives, he said. PM Modi on Friday highlighted India's role as the first responder in disaster or pandemic. Whether it is about providing essential commodities or managing the economy post-COVID, India has always worked together with the Maldives, he said. PM Modi on Friday said that India is proud to be the most trusted friend of Maldives. PM Modi and President Muizu on Friday released commemorative stamps depicting traditional boats of India and Maldives. The Prime Minister said that this reflects that the two countries are not just neighbors but also co-passengers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday said that the diplomatic ties between the two nations are older than history and as deep as the sea. His remarks came at a joint presser with the Maldivian President. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday hailed the diplomatic ties between the two countries and announced the extension of $565 million line of credit to the Maldives. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Muizu held a bilateral meeting yesterday and discussed a range of issues, ranging from trade to defense. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with the Indian community in Maldives on the second day of his visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be the chief guest at the Independence Day celebrations of the Maldives. He has arrived in the country at the invitation of President Mohammed Muizu, who is looking to reset ties with India after relations were strained due to remarks by leaders of his country and diplomatic steps taken by his government. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate in the Maldives Independence Day celebrations today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's day 2 of his 2-day trip to the Maldives begins today. He arrived in the country yesterday and received a warm welcome by President Mohammed Muizu at the airport. Latest blogs.